Well, I did all that talking, and apparently I did not record a drop of that audio. But anyway, welcome to Andrews the podcast. My name is Jamal Richardson, your host on Welcome Andrews the podcast. Until we can find some more hosts, if you would like to host a segment, um, and it doesn't have to. If you're from Andrews or you got something that you want to, it doesn't have to be pertaining to Andrews. You know, it could be from Andrews. And if you'd like to get a podcast going, please reach out to me. Um, Promise I'll have the audio on whenever we do the first part of the broadcast. So uh, there is audio, not in the first part. So let me see. They'll say. Um, yeah, there's audio now. But again, I wanted to start out by acknowledging what I was saying in that silent film mode just now is that if you been down Jones Avenue anytime in the last couple of weeks, you've noticed that there are some signs placed along the side. If you didn't, maybe I encourage you to pay attention to the slow down signs. Okay, that's one of the issues that we I'm constantly hearing about the speeding up and down Jones Avenue. So if you would please um, take time and slow yourself down. All right. Um, Unless it's some kind of emergency, I understand. But other than that, slow it down. It's not a racetrack. And I wanted to salute Elder Ernie Cooper, who, after I saw the signs, I was like, man, that's awesome. And then I found out who did it, and I actually saw him out in front of his house the other day. You probably see the picture on my Facebook page, but definitely citizen initiative, man. Take the initiative. Don't sit back and just always wait for something to be done, especially in your immediate environment. If you have the means and the will to manipulate the environment to make it a better situation at that moment, do that. Don't wait around for some things you don't need permission to do. Some things you just need to take initiative and do. So shout out to him. He's the spiritual leader for that side of town over there. That's what we call him over there. That's what he is. But so salute to him. And again, I think Mr. David, that's the other gentleman that was out there with him. Okay. All right. That's cool. So what I need you to do is accept my friend request that I sent you, and I'll send you the link over, and then yeah, you can do voice. You don't have to come on screen. And who I'm talking to right now, ladies and gentlemen, is a lady that I met at Georgetown County Council this Tuesday. There is a very important vote that's going to happen. They're going to have a bunch of hoopla going on over at Georgetown County um, council meeting with. They're going to be welcoming in some new council people. I think District 1 has a new council person. I had that name available to me. But also, they are supposed to be voting on the situation with solar farm over in coming to Lambertown, proposed to come to Lambertown. I think it's a zoning vote that they're supposed to, if they pass the vote, then this zoning thing. But I'm waiting right now for a response from a lady who has a great deal more information on it. And let me see if I can get her on. See if I can get her on. Maybe she's not. Yeah, but that's a serious issue. I met this young lady at that council meeting, like I was saying, and I just thought it was a very powerful display of citizen community involvement when they were able to get the council to table that vote. And so now we are at that place where, and I know before she comes in, I know she's asking that any and everybody from Georgetown County, especially around the area involved, please make sure to mark your calendars to be there Tuesday, because people that's there, um, we want to make sure that we show council that the citizens are not for this solar farm. There's a lot of things about solar farms that, matter of fact, I was asking my brother-in-law during when we had the ice storm. Well, not the ice storm, but when we had the extreme cold weather. He works for one of these generating power stations, and he was explaining to me that they had to take certain businesses offline because the power grid was basically overworked, or whatever happens in that situation. And I asked, okay, cool. I asked if I asked him if the solar farm would be, like a backup to that. But then he said there's a lot of factors when it comes to the solar farm. There's a lot of factors involved. In There's a lot of factors involved in being that the sun is one. So if you got an overcast day for, leading up to some kind of storm or something like that, then you will not be able to, um, it won't be as effective as you think, as far as a backup source of power. And from real what I did learn is that, yeah, them building this farm will bring some temporary, very temporary economic growth as far as jobs. They're going to need so many people to get this thing built, but then once it's built, um, those jobs will leave. And I think I don't know how many people exactly. Maybe Ms. Brandon can tell us when she comes on as to how many jobs, how many people is required to run this type of thing, solar farm. I drive by them all the time, and I promise you, there's not there's not I don't see a great deal of people out there. But yeah, this Tuesday, Georgetown County Council has a meeting, and if you want to, in the comment section there's a link, and you can come on. Okay, and there's Miss Brandon there. So, Miss Brandon, you could click the camera, and that way you don't turn off your camera. I think, yeah, there you go. All right, and so I'll bring you up right now. All right, Miss Brandon, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm doing great, great. It's been a while. I've been bogged down in Andrew's issues, so I didn't get to. I kind of lost sight, and I was glad that you reached out and about. Let me turn this background music down a little bit. About Tuesday, when it's coming up, this thing that's coming up Tuesday. Let's see. Someone just commented. Go to the comment section. Okay, yeah, she's not coming on screen, Nisi. Somebody just said in the comment section that they can't see you, but you'll be able to hear her. And what she's going to talk about is what you see. I got posted there. Georgetown County Council votes this Tuesday on the solar farm in the Lambertown area, like Sampit at Lambertown area. But anyway, she'll be able to explain to you exactly what the issue is and what's going on. So without further ado, welcome to Andrews the podcast, ma'am. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. And thanks to everyone for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time to let me share our concerns. This is something that all citizens in Georgetown County should certainly be aware of. About a year ago, a large developer, Silicon Ranch, decided that they wanted to build a solar farm, and they call it a solar farm, but don't be fooled. It is truly an industrial sized power plant run on solar energy. Um, they intend to sell the power to the grid to Santee Cooper, which will then sell it to us. And we were kind of caught by surprise out here in Lambertown. It's going to be 2,000 acres between Sampson and Lambertown, and will actually eventually butt and bound up to Powell Road and Columbus Road, which is the entire Sampit community. And it doesn't seem like people are aware of this concern. And right now it's just a 2,000 track between Walker and Columbus Road and Wild Horse Road. But they've already cleared the trees in the track, and it's healthy. And Miss Leona Miller has been, let me decline this call. Leona Miller has been helping us try to bring awareness to the entire community. And we're that, but the county councils got the vote Tuesday night, and it kind of misled us thinking
You
that it was going to be in 2 weeks.
you
But
you
the
said
vote is coming Tuesday night.
all right, and you said that you guys were caught off guard. When I met you guys, you it was a matter of days that you pulled together the group that you had there, and when they wanted to vote on the orders, and explain for those that don't know, explain what it is that Georgetown County is. y- y- they partner with this company, and they're looking to do what exactly? Pass a
Okay, so the land is currently zoned agriculture, residential agriculture. And I was on the zoning board for many years in Georgetown County. So thankfully, when it come to my attention, I kind of understood what they were trying to do. They're trying to rezone the land from low density to high density and then allow for a solar overlay. But don't be confused. This is not going to be like the solar that you see on 521 or the solar on your housetop. This is going to be over 500,000, 600,000 panels, that is going to destroy wetlands. We're on well water. We're on septic tank out here. It's going to destroy our water. It's going to make Georgetown County as a whole a toxic landfill. We have data to show that these panels are toxic to our site over there, environmental site, where they'll dump it pretty much to landfill. And we have scientific data to show that it's 300. And I want you to hear this. I want everybody to hear this. One panel, if damaged, and we know they get damaged, they're not going to nicely lay them out in the landfill. And then we'll have tornadoes and hurricanes and different things like that. But if damaged, it's 300 times more powerful than the emissions of a nuclear power plant. And if we were over here saying a nuclear power plant is coming to Georgetown County, I think people would be more alert. But because it's solar energy and people were for green energy at the time, but it's too unknown for Georgetown County to be allowing this into our county. Just we got it deferred. So when we met you, you're right. It went to the planning department, and we really truly were not notified. And when we got notified of it, we rallied up quickly within one day, 150 protest signatures, and we were able to get this matter deferred. And we've been able to present.
who is the
I'm sorry, go ahead.
councilman? Who is the councilman that represents that your area?
Well, it's a councilman who represents Sampit and Lambertown community is Mr.
Ed-
Everett Carolina.
Everett, Carolina. Yeah, I had a
Mhm.
pleasant conversation with Mr. Carolina, and has he stated an official position on this? Does he? I mean, he's obviously, because he was there that night, so he knows that the concerns of the citizens. What came of the meeting that you guys had, where you were supposed to meet with that the company, and the company that's bringing the panels?
So we were able to, Miss Leona Miller was very helpful in that, and Mr. Everett Carolina. And we asked that county council allow us to have a meeting with Silicon Ranch and with the county council and county administrators so that we could get the true facts and not be one-sided. And we were very disappointed in the way that that was handled, because we have a community center out here in the Lambertown community. And we asked for the meeting to be held there so that everyone could attend. And the county told us that the community center, which they pay for, was not adequate. And they asked if we had another facility, and they contacted our pastor. And so they held the meeting at the church, which kind of started chaos, because in our community, we try to keep politics out of our church. We didn't want to defer people who didn't go to church, because there's people in the world who don't attend church and won't go to church at all. So we were worried that they wouldn't be able to hear the concerns of what's going on in the county. But the county decided that the church is where they would hold it. But so we got past that and we attended, and a lot of people showed up in the community. We had some higher officials show up in the county, and almost all county council were there. But this is what happened. When we got there, there were booths set up, and you went from station to station. So the public was not able to ask questions as a whole and get the same answer. That was very disheartening. So we attended, and we went back to county council, and we told them that we got different answers. I was told by the developer themselves that this site was not the best site. We're completely, Georgetown County is low. It's flat. Water has nowhere to go. Look at what's going on everywhere we go. It's flooding us out. We have landowners that are adjacent to the property that has spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And let's be honest, we don't have $1 million homes out here. That we don't have the income. We're mostly blue collar workers, like most people in Georgetown County. And we don't have the funds to fix our communities and fix our roads and fix our land. But they brought dirt in to try and build it up along the property. And we know we've got one young man who lives in the middle of this 2,000 acres. He has a home that he farms, and he's going to be totally compassed with electric fences, because I just really wish that the people in Georgetown County could get a visual of what this is. This has not been done in the Southeast. There is no plant like this that's this big of capacity in the entire Southeast. There is one in Arizona. They have stations, big stations. I think there's one going up in Conway. People were able to fight that, but eventually it was approved. But they're not the size. 600,000 panels, 2,000 acres. It's going to be the largest, and it's going to harm us. It's got the same chemical, and this is what's interested in these panels. But a lot of people can connect. A lot of people remember the Aaron Brockovich movie with Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
That was something that come out, and it contains that same chemical in these panels that killed those people once it got in their drinking water. And we're really just trying to bring awareness. We're not necessarily against solar energy, because we understand that growth in our future, and we have to do what's right for the entire nation. But at the same time, there are other areas, there are other places that people don't depend on well water for living, that should be looked at if this is a necessity. Now, it's new. Look at what's going on in California. I mean, you can Google, are solar panels harming California? There's fires everywhere. I'm no expert, and I don't want to pretend to be. I'm just trying to advocate for our community, because once we were aware,
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
started to
I'm
become
sorry.
aware once you because after the first meeting that I went where I met you guys, I started to pay more attention and then started to do research into what you're saying, and just like you're saying, like we live in we live in the low country, and we
Hmm.
live in, by the way, hurricane zone. So the chances of those panels being damaged are very high. And
They are, and we've had 4 named storms within the last few years that have
mm,
been detrimental to our area alone, right in this path. Not to include tornadoes. We seem to be getting more and more tornadoes these days with the weather changing.
mhm,
And just through that path, we had lots of trees damaged last year from it. And our concern is that no one wants to come out and look at the property. They're
mm,
taking aerial photos, they're taking aerial views, they're going by what scientists say. And we have petitioned the Stormwater Department of Georgetown County. We petitioned DHEC, we petitioned the Energy Commission, and we've asked for public hearings. The Excuse me, I've got the baby here.
no,
I
you're
apologize.
fine. But
But
it sounds like they've already made their decision.
well, I'd hate to say that, but it does sound kind of fishy, doesn't it? We were told that it's a done deal, and county council is elected officials, and they were elected to listen to the citizens of Georgetown County. And I hope, and we can only trust and pray and believe that the people that we elect will listen to us as a whole. But what it's going to take is unity. It's going
Yeah,
to take awareness. It's going to take us all coming together to let them know that this is not what we want for Georgetown County. We need jobs. We need places for people to live. We need something that's going to help the people who are already here to be more employable or more gainful. Low income jobs are not what we need in Georgetown County. We need industry, and we need places where people can prosper.
absolutely.
And this is bringing no jobs. They're misleading the public, saying it's bringing 400 jobs. That is a
Oh, that listen,
incorrect statement.
that's a lie, is what they're telling, because it may bring the 400 jobs to build it, but once it's built, those jobs disappear. And
And they agreed with me and told me, like I said, there were 2 men who were project managers who looked to be like you and I, everyday working people. And he told me to my face, he said, we'll bring in contractors from North Carolina who are used to building this. He said it will not bring local jobs to the workforce, but they're trying to sell it that veterans will
mhm,
get jobs. They're tend to gain from this because I've done a little research, and again, I'm no expert, but it seems as if the government may be issuing grants and funding for this, and the taxes will be cut. I don't know if people realize this, but Georgetown County actually gives tax cuts. Where's my tax cut? I've worked here all my life, and I'm not getting one. And,
mhm.
it's really just disappointing. I'm hoping that council will come. I'm going to have to get off shortly, but I
Okay,
just
okay.
really want to ask and plea, and I really, again, thank you for your time, but plea that everyone who can, it's at 5:30 Tuesday night. It's at the old courthouse, which is on Screven Street. It's county council. It's on the second floor. We'll have 2 new council members who have not heard this, and we're not as prepared as we've been in the past because we were told that it would be the next in 2 weeks. And, we're trying to contact legislators, but we're not uneducated people, and we're not quiet, and we're not going to back down. And we can join together, and if everyone will show up and just hear what's going on and let county council know that this is not good for us, this is not what we want. There are some pros. I don't want to sound like I'm just being one-sided, but it seems like the negatives outweigh the pros.
They
And
do,
we
unfortunately.
need to yeah, we need to let people bring awareness. Plantersville, Browns Ferry, Wedgeville, all of y'all should be up and raging about this because these panels are going in the landfill. And, I don't know why we don't have the awareness that we need. I don't know if people are just trying to shove it under the rug. But again, I appreciate your time, and I hope Andrews will rally together. Raymond Newton, I think, is a councilman there.
Well,
And just let
we have two councilmen in Andrews. We have
Okay.
um, part of it. It's Raymond Newton, and part of it's um, Everett Carolina, and so yeah, what she's saying is absolutely right, because I saw it firsthand, and that it really inspired me to see what you guys did, and to get them to even delay it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I encourage everybody. I'll be out there this Tuesday, 5:30, Screven Street in Georgetown. The county council meeting. We need to be there. We need to be there. We need to be there in force. Um, Ms. Brandon, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the information. And like she said, some of these other outlying areas in Georgetown County, you should really be paying attention, because what's happening is, I mean, you're happening. Ms. Brandon's being really nice about it, but the elected officials are not doing the will of the people. They're siding with corporation, and these are my words that I'm using. Um, they're siding with corporations. That's what it looks like to me, because if the ordinance wasn't passed, why are the trees being moved? Why is all this prep work and everything, and then the people are finding out, and then you having these moving the meetings around type deal? Like, but go ahead. Any
I do
last
want to add,
words? Go ahead.
yeah, I do want to add one thing is that we've
Hmm.
done our research, and Santee Timberlands own the company. It's been used for harvesting trees. Georgetown County relies on the log trucks and the companies like that. A lot of people need jobs. And if all of these are cut and they're not regrowing this, we're going to lose jobs. Santee Cooper, if they shut the coal plant down, Santee Cooper is going to, when y'all generate, or people are going to lose jobs. And it's a bigger picture than what people are realizing. I was told by the officials at Santee Cooper, I asked them at the meeting if our light bills would go up, and they said, yes, the project is going to have to be paid for by someone. Initially, they think that it will help save us money, but I can't afford another $30, $40 a month on my light bill. I know
With the
most people
gas and
can't, and everything that's going up. And
mhm.
it's just going to be detrimental to us right now. I cannot see where it's going to help us. And I like to be open minded. Anybody who knows me knows that I have the help wanted in Georgetown County. I try to get people jobs. We've got over 5,000 members of that for people to post jobs free. I'm an advocate for helping the community. We do not want to bring a lawsuit against Georgetown County because this is where we live. This is
Well,
our home. This is where we have air property. And talking about that, it's very disappointing to see how people lose their property from air property. But my grandfather come over from the Santee River and helped develop this land. Sampit, you've got people there who don't know about it, and there's a culture difference in our county. But we have got to join together and break those barriers so that we can fight this together and that we can bring knowledge.
absolutely, absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
thank you for your time. And
Not a problem.
you
Listen, anytime you could reach out to me, send me a text, and if I'm on anywhere I could use this platform, just like Ms. Nisi Pipkins is saying here, fight together, because yeah, they Georgetown County, yeah, I, I just appreciate your time, and anytime I can help you, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and let's make this happen.
Great. See you then. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. And like she was saying, she touched on the fact that Georgetown County, there is a lawsuit. No, we don't want to sue our county. Okay, this is where we live. This is where this is where we do business at. This is where our families are at. So, but it comes a point, just like she was saying, and just so we can keep this parallel, that's a white woman I was talking to. You could tell by her voice, maybe. But low income housing is for people from for people like us, for blue collars workers who kids want us, we want to keep our kids in the county. We want to keep all this talent in the county, and we need nice, safe, low income housing. We don't need. We're not saying projects or you know what I mean, something ratchet or whatever. And Georgetown County does not address these needs. And it's like these big corporations come in, get in these people's ear, and they are literally moving around because if the ordinance hasn't been passed, why are they doing anything on that? Anything on that? And there's such thing as a separation of church and state because Ms. Brandon was absolutely right. Some people don't want to go to church to talk about nothing. Okay. And when you're dealing with a political issue, we need to keep it separation of church and state. So for the county to pull that kind of move, that just kind of show you how Georgetown County does business. And again, this is Everett, Carolina's district. Okay. Same guy who's interested in coming in Andrews with the blighted house program to knock down the houses of these poor people and don't have no plan in place. Maybe there's a corporation in his ear that already they got a long-term plan. I don't know, but there's not a proper line of communication. They switched the vote on this Sanford project again. The first time I met them, they like she said, they pulled together a group of petitions in like a matter of hours, and then they were there and they had a nice large group of people. And when they asked everybody that's opposed to the rezoning of that property from agriculture to and I should have got her to explain a little bit more in detail what that actually means. But it's I guess moving it from agriculture, where you're farming for trees and possible farming to a business where they can put this farm, this panel farm there. So this Tuesday, man, make sure you are there. Shout out to Niecy Pipkins being my ad libs tonight. That's what it is. Hey, listen, and there's I don't know if you rented those properties yet, but if you are looking for, you got to be a decent person. Okay, you got to be a decent first person because there's going to be a background check on you. I'm just going to say that, but I'm just saying that, yeah, because don't want to rent the place out to nobody crazy, not like that. But I think she's got a 1 bedroom and a 2 bedroom. The exact amount you see her in the chat. Reach out to her. Okay, I got the landlords in the chat. I got the activists in the chat. So and yeah, but Georgetown County is they this is how they do business. This is how they do business. The same way she said they pull that little fast one with the switching it for the church and all that other good stuff. Also, she has commercial property for rent too. So there's already a nursing station or some kind of medical business there, and it's located at I think that's 23 Main Street. I hope I'm saying that right. Post that address, but it's right across the street from the Chinese restaurant. Nice quiet area, um, low key. So if you're interested, man, hit hit my inbox, and I'll send a message to where it needs to be. But yeah, man, there was a shooting, 23 East Main. There was a shooting in the Andrews Jones Avenue area tonight, man. And this gun violence thing is serious. We have to figure out a way to resolve conflicts. The conflict resolution. We need to that needs to be the big focus for 2023 is teaching people conflict resolutions. We gotta not resolve these things with complete disregard for life and all this other stuff. Again, I am still collecting information as to who the parties were. Let's see. Maybe it's already on this website here. See how fast they update. Go and check out www.gunviolencearchive.org and and um and it'll amaze you. And it's not exclusively to South Carolina. You can check any state where you may be, any area where you may be. Just it's a breakdown of the gun violence that is either that has happened. Well, it's an archive of gun violence statistics. All right. And as I'm talking, I'm pulling up South Carolina right now, and I want to see if it's been updated. 2023 stats 15. Let's see if they added old Andrews in there yet. Andrews, South Carolina, Smoke Thorn Street. Let's see, one injured. Let's view the source. All right. Suspect in custody after a man shot in the leg in Georgetown County. And I like the way ABC News reported that. And I specifically said outside of the town of Andrews because it happened in the county area. And I'm doing that on purpose because the town of Andrews gets, it makes it look like the town of Andrews is, but this was technically in Andrews, but just outside of Andrews. I'm being All right, let's see what we got here. A suspect is in custody after a man was shot in the leg Sunday afternoon in Georgetown County. Deputies said they are investigating the incident at a home on Smoke Thorn Street. And Smoke Thorn Street is behind Rosemary. And everybody, if you remember where the old Rosemary at, not the Rosemary on West Andrews side of town, the old Rosemary. If you remember where that at, if you go to the end of Jones Avenue, there's a street that turns, you could turn left, and then there's a street, a road or dirt road or something right back there. That's Smoke Thorn Avenue. More information will be released when available. Well, let's see, can we get some more information here? View incident. And you can go to this website right now. That go to www.gunviolencearchive.org. Put in South Carolina, and there it is right there. Look, it says type victim, age group 18 plus, male, status injured, type subject. Okay. And so if anybody knows exactly, yeah, check out that site. I'm telling you, it is crazy. And they updated, of course, this just happened. So they updated like in real time, obviously, apparently, because today alone we had shootings in where? Okay, January 8th, Andrews was the only shooting so far. Last night, we had shootings in Columbia, on the 5th in Greenville, on the 4th in Charleston, on the 3rd. And this is just in the first 7 days of the new year. Okay. We are running it up. Last year, South Carolina ended up with 815 people that were injured by guns and a total of 514 that were murdered across the state of South Carolina. And in 2023, we have 13 killed so far and 15 injured to add the one from today. We got one teenager killed, and this happened in Santee, South Carolina, which is not far from where I am. It's a kid shot and killed. We already had 3 kids injured, 3 kids shot, 3 teenagers from 12 to 17 already been shot in the year 2023 here in South Kakalaki. So, and again, man, we have to find a way to resolve these conflicts better than we are doing out here in these streets. Got to find a better way. I know the gun violence program that I am a part of in Andrews, we will be meeting more than likely tomorrow to get out and see what we can do to try to stop the next event. I mean, try to discourage the next person because we're not there on the scene of any of these things, so we can't stop it like actually just stop it in real time. But there's a need for it. Again, I've been getting some inside details about what the incident, what took place at the incident, but I don't want to put it up until I can confirm it. All right. So y'all heard it, man. Georgetown County Council meeting this Tuesday. Get out there, the Sanford section. All y'all from Sanford, Santee area, y'all need to pay attention to what's going on with this solar farm out here, man. But they pretty much about done built. All right. Go to www.gunviolencearchive.org for more information. Well, this will be in Russell Fry. So this is your state rep for District 7 and that part of Georgetown County, that part of Andrews, that part of Georgetown County that incident happened in is located in District 7. So if you would like to reach out to your state rep, Russell Fry from District 7, his phone number is 220. Is that right? That's not right. It's 202-225-98. Let's get this back up there. Sorry. Representative Russell Fry, District 7. This is where the shooting happened at today. His phone number is 202-225-9895. Just had another shooting in your district. Mr. Fry, please reach out to me. My name is Jamal Richardson. I am in Andrews, South Carolina. Please have one of your reps hit my inbox, or one of you reps from Russell Fry's office hit my inbox so that we can talk and see if you guys can help assist in what we may need to get done, what we need to get done. I know you guys do not have any direct, ain't nothing you could do about that directly as far as, things happen. I just wish people would resolve their issues without guns. We need to find a way to do that without guns. Maybe use your hands, maybe fight. I know that's better than now somebody's shot. Somebody's in the hospital for being shot. He was shot in the leg, and from what the injuries are not life threatening. Which I guess now that he's at the hospital, we can say that because you can get shot in the leg and bleed out very well. He get hit in a major artery or and because it has happened before. So there he is, Russell Fry. Y'all hit up your local. He's not a local representative. He's your state representative. He represents District 7, where this happened at. All right. Again, do not forget this Tuesday, Georgetown County, 5:30, Screven Street. Google Georgetown County Council meeting, and you'll be able to find it. If not, inbox me and I'll send you the address directly. If you can be there, be there. Welcome to Andrews the Podcast. We'll be there, and we'll see what it is. So, Miss Carolina, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday, bro. Peace.